Hello, Columbia, and welcome to City View, where you can get a close-up view of the city of Columbia. I'm your host, Leshia Utsey. In our top story, we take you to the Strategic Sourcing Summit, where Mayor Steve Benjamin was the featured speaker. In addition to the mayor's attendance, another highlight at the summit was the recognition of Sandra Wright, the City of Columbia's Director of Purchasing, and also the entire purchasing department for their strategic efforts to keep procurement in line for the City of Columbia.
It's interesting. I told Tyler earlier, I'm not sure exactly what I can tell to a bunch of purchasing professionals. And it's always interesting. Of course, Tyler's not from this community. When you have someone read off all your accolades, and as you're reading them off, I'm looking around the room at all the people who actually made it happen. It's always great being around the folks who make the City of Columbia great. The City of Columbia itself, the corporate entity, but also this great city in which we live. Very proud to be a colleague with the men and women in this room.
Mayor Steve Benjamin was also on site with other community leaders for the unveiling of the Mobi Recreational Center, or Mobi-Rec Center, which is in conjunction with a partnership involving the Columbia Housing Authority, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and other partners.
We've made a true commitment at this city to making sure that our citizens live long, healthy, and fruitful lives. We're making record investments in our parks and recreation department, investments in free camps so our children can engage in spring sports like baseball and soccer. We just wrapped up our 6th annual Mayor Skills and Drills camp. Over the last 6 years, we've had a few thousand young people participate in a number of different sports all across our city, recognizing that if we're ever going to be the most talented, educated, and entrepreneurial city in America, that we've got to make investments in all of our people, in all of our children, all across our city, regardless of who they are, where they're from, what zip code they're born in. Every child is our child because of the leadership of Councilwoman Tamika Isaac Devine and my wife, DeAndre Benjamin. We are the #1 Let's Move city in the country, according to the National League of Cities. And we're excited about what the future holds in that regard.
Well, that looks like a great Mobi-Rec Center, and the unveiling was held near Drew Wellness Center. Another strategic site near Drew Wellness Center was the recent unveiling of the first Bike Boulevard in the City of Columbia. The Bike Boulevard was actually unveiled during the recent National Night Out activities.
We're here for the National Night Out for Columbia, and we're doing ribbon cutting ceremony for the Bicycle Boulevard that East Martin Movement Richland County has funded, and we're just promoting awareness of it, especially with, this is the night out when students and kids are supposed to be out and about, riding their bikes, walking. So we're just increasing awareness of that it's available for them to use now and forever.
We are here to open up the beginning of a bike boulevard through this community and through the rest, a lot of different neighborhoods in our town. Adventure's glad to be a part of this because it encourages healthy physical activity and families getting out and doing this together. It's a model that we hope we'll be able to do in a lot of other neighborhoods in and around Columbia.
Unity in our community is always a great thing, which means that the upcoming Eau Claire Unity Festival is definitely going to be a great event for the city. We now hear from 2 community leaders and representatives from the Eau Claire Community Council, Henry Hopkins and Christy Savage.
The Eau Claire Unity Festival is an annual event. This year we named it our Unity Festival because we are involved in uniting our communities around issues that will serve to improve our area. But in addition to that, we're interested in bringing people to our community so they can see all the good things about the Eau Claire, North Columbia community.
And more than anything else, to get in on one of the oldest part of the city and how it's being revitalized, and just to be with people and to see what's going on. I think that that has been the motivation most of the time that we've had this festival.
Our field reporter, Justin Stevens, recently caught up with Angela McBride from the Office of Business Opportunities. He's here to tell us more about an upcoming business symposium for local business owners.
Thanks, Leshia. I'm here with Angela McBride from the Office of Business Opportunities. Angelo, great event coming September 24th, correct? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yes, that is the 2015 South Carolina Lender Matchmaking Symposium, where we're going to have a lot of banks, about 18 banks, in partnership with the South Carolina Department of Commerce, and that's also the SBA. These banks are going to come together with 150 businesses, and we're just going to do our matchmaking. We got banks from your large banks like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, to your smaller non-traditional banks like the Support Center. So we got traditional banks, non-traditional banks, all bringing unique products and services for a diverse group of small businesses, from construction companies to those consultants, those guys who are engineers, all type of businesses at the Metropolitan Convention Center.
All right, great. If people want to find out more information, where would they go, or who can they call?
They can call me direct, and that is at 505-3960. So I'll be available to answer any questions that they may have, and we look forward to having this. And Justin, this is the first time we had a three-layer government participation: local government, City of Columbia, with the state, Department of Commerce, and the federal government, SBA. First time we ever done this. In fact, this is probably the largest make-me-match for lenders that we have ever done in the Midlands. So we feel proud to be able to put this on for our small business community, and we feel that they'll walk away being more empowered to say, hey, look, I want this. So we appreciate you all participating with us as well.
Well, thank you. And for small business out there, you heard it from Angelo. You need to attend this to get more information and upstart your business. And Leshia, back to you.
Thank you, Justin, for that report. And speaking of business, green is always good for business, which brings us to the Green is Good for Business annual conference that's coming up real soon.
We got a full day of workshops for sustainability to help businesses go green and to maybe save some money in the process. And our keynote speaker is Dr. Michael Lynch, who is Vice President of Green Innovation for NASCAR. And he's going to be talking about NASCAR Green, which is one of the most powerful sustainability programs in the country.
Columbia and South Carolina in general is really on the major brink of a transformation transformation, really. You know, the way we commute, where we live, you know, walk, bike, you know, new buses in Greenville that are electric powered. So some of the sessions we have is a penny tax panel. We're also talking about the Walk Bike Columbia plan, and we're also having an alternatives fuel roadshow. So we're bringing in all types of different vehicles that demonstrate alternative power to gasoline or diesel.
Columbia is all about business, and because of that focus, the City of Columbia's Finance Department recently received the Excellence in Financial Reporting Award from the Government Finance Officers Association.
My name is Matt Evans, and I am the state representative of the South Carolina Governmental Finance Officers Association. And I'm also the county treasurer for Clarendon County. So I understand your pain of tax collections and increasing taxes and things. My reason for being with you tonight is the Governmental Finance Officers Association established the Certificate of Excellence for Financial Reporting program in 1945. This program is to encourage and assist state and local governments to go beyond the minimum requirements of generally accepted accounting principles and to prepare comprehensive annual financial reports that are evidence to the spirit of transparency and full disclosure. and then to recognize the individual governments that succeed in achieving this goal. The goal of the program is not to assess the financial health of the City of Columbia, but rather to ensure that the users of your financial reports have the information they need to do that information themselves.
As CityView wraps up, don't forget that t-shirts are now on sale as a fundraiser for the mayor's campaign against breast cancer. Also, registration is now open for the mayor's annual walk against domestic violence. With these two events coming up soon, visit the city's website at columbiasc.net for more details. Get your t-shirt and register for the walk today. Always remember that you can always stay tuned to City TV, your 24-hour information station. Visit our website at columbiasc.net or visit any one of our many social media platforms. And remember, we are Columbia.